Well, the storm wasn't quite as bad as this. I mean, yeah, it's horrendous fucking wind, but it's about 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, it's a bit nippy. Oh, fucking hell. The thing is, like, sitting over in the piss, it's cold, fucking cold. But then I am naked. But it's a case of when I'm in the hammock, it's fucking lovely. I mean, it did hammer down a few times, but my design worked a treat. There's no pooling of water, there's no, like, things. The Bergen is actually dry. Down there it's dry anyway. And that feels fairly dry. Boots have dried out. It's a case of, because of the wind, the stuff that's hung up there is dry. What I should have done is hung up my shirts. I didn't hang them up because I thought if it does rain and wind too much, God, I'm fucking shivering now, shit, then they get even wetter. So what I've done, I've got all the damp stuff in the in the helmet bag, inside the sleeping bag. That way it warms it up, but it doesn't let the water out to get me damp. So when I do get up in a bit, eventually, fucking hell, I can just hang it up, and that way it'll dry out a bit more. Right, back in the hammock. Hassle with getting in and out of the hammock is because of the ridge, you can end up trapping your bollocks, which is really not fucking. Oh, fuck me, that's cold. And I'll warm up pretty quick inside the hammock. Yeah, the having the flu and the cold, this really helps. Forcing yourself to actually do exercise, fresh air, yeah, it makes a massive difference. And I'm so tempted to hop across there and get the fire lit. I'm not worried about the wind doing a fire. Oh, what I am worried about is, oh shit. Right, rearrange stuff. Oh, I think I may have damaged the hammock. I think. I'm not sure. Let me have a look. I think a reason why it's looking saggy in places and firm in others could be me moving around inside the hammock. Because if I move around and I put 1 foot down to move myself, then that means I'm putting all of my body weight in one single place, and that could be stretched, pulling it out at the end. I don't know, it could be. Because now and again you can hear it feel like it's tearing, but I can't see any other damage apart from a bit of saggy. Now it's a 2-person hammock, so it's meant to be able to handle 200 to 300 kilo. So that's, I'm not concerned, excuse me, but oh, I mean, even if that does happen and it does go, I'll just get another one. For the sake of, I think it was 28 quid for the hammock, it's worth getting another one. It's that simple. And there's no way of knowing if these expensive ones that cost hundreds are going to be any better, because they're all made from the same material, the same grade parachute type material, which is basically a giant pair of tights, well, giant tights. Oh fuck. Yeah, this oven ready is fucking brilliant. I mean, yes, it's really thin because it's only that thickness, really thin stuff. But that piece of foam and the floor lining is 100% wind blocker. And because I've got most of my tarp on the north side of me, that's where pretty much all the wind's coming from. Now and again I get a little gap and it will come through. But the underquilt, brilliant, excellent job. I had to extend it by about 12 inches, 12, 15 centimetres. So 8 inches. I literally used basically a shoelace to extend it because it's a standard size underquilt. I think it was like 18 quid. As opposed to this hammock, which is a 3 metre one. So, yeah. I've got some squash up there, haven't I, somewhere? Hang up. Yeah. I mean, I must have fallen asleep because the last time I remember it was about 10 o'clock. So I've had a good 3 or 4 hours sleep. Didn't feel like it at the time. I just woke up and I'm like completely like, oh, I'm fucking firebotted and oh. Yeah, this camera's a pain in the ass because it is actually getting light over there. And it's actual lights, not just moonlight, because it was full moon. So it's pretty bright. God, my hands are freezing. Yeah, I didn't even bring gloves or put on my hoodie thing. Because I got one of those, I got a ski mask, a bike one. And I didn't even bother, like a full balaclava job. I'm going to put it on now. But I didn't put it on last night because I didn't need it. It was so snuggly inside my oven ready thing. Having that on top, it gives you a nice gap above you as well. And even though that tarp was pushing against me, it did feel like a giant fat woman was rubbing against me because it was kept blowing into me. And yeah, no rain came through. It didn't get wet, didn't get damp, and yeah. Even like led here now, naked, I'm a little bit nippy on my torso, on my hands, but yeah, it is nice, it is comfy, and I think that was snow. It's definitely it's definitely below freezing, definitely. So yeah, my body temperature has dropped from normal, but not significantly. And the temptation to hop across there and get the fire going is pretty high. I can see the damp patches because there's damp patches on the ground there where my tarp's not covered, and over there where the tarp's not covered. And there's a dry patch there, and a damp patch there from me having a piss. Yeah, the design was brilliant. It worked a treat. All the rain just ran straight off down there, away from me. That side it ran off down there, away from me, and the other side ran off straight anyway. And there was a few times when that got so loud. The thing is, because of the way the hammock's designed and the hang, you don't really sway, so you don't get motion sickness. And the only time there was any real movement is when you get the horrendous fucking wind. And that's not the hammock being moved by the wind, that's the trees being moved by the wind. And then as they're moving, you go boing boing. But yeah, so there's slight concern that I might have to replace the hammock. But these are things that are my fault, not the fault of the hammock. The hammock's brilliant. It's well designed, it's very simple, and it does the bloody job. And it's a really good price. Plus, if I were to get another one, that means I'd have another one of these small tarps. One just covers barely. Oh my fucking leg. Yeah, some metalwork sticking through. Yeah, dodgy metalwork. Yeah, one of those little tarps just covers the hammock, only just. If you get the angle perfectly right. 2 of them covers it completely. 3 means I can cut a hole in it and use it as a bloody, what do you call it? Rain cover. Cut a hole in it for my head to go through, sew it up or melt it, and that way I've got myself, thingy. What do you call it? You know, smock kind of thing. Right. I'm fucking wide awake now, but I am not getting out of bed. Fuck that. It's too snuggly. So you can just about see dawn over there. Just about. Peeking through the trees. And it's raining. It is really nice lying here listening to the rain, knowing that I'm not in the rain. Unlike the walk up the bloody hills, I got wet. Oh. See, the problem is, if you have things like waterproof trousers and you wear them in the rain, they wear out and they end up just disintegrating because they're made to be waterproof, not to be walked around in. Oh, fuck it. Really, really. Oh, I so wish I had an electric kettle. Those are things I really want to try and get, but they're too expensive. I can only justify spending so much. And things like a rechargeable kettle would be a brilliant thing to have right now. Something I could just, switch on. I mean, a rechargeable kettle, like a recharge with my little power pack things, that'd be, oh, so nice right now. Oh, start it. Snuggles time.